Welcome to Journal Entries. I'm Samantha Hawley, and I work with successful women in business and leadership who are making six figures and tired of their work stress bleeding into their home life. I specialize in the ripple effect, helping you regulate your nervous system so that you can be focused and fulfilled in your career and patient and present at home. If you're ready to leave work at work and choose presence over performance, you are in the right place. Hello, welcome back to Journal Entries. We have made it through Halloween and Thanksgiving, and we are fully into Christmas prep. And I'm actually recording this on December 1st, but I'm already feeling the rush of getting everything done. And when this airs, I think on December 9th, we're like in it. And I already know that on December 9th, I'm probably going to be feeling behind. Whereas now I'm like, there's a glimmer of hope that I can be ahead, which I know I won't be. But, I'm checking my lists and checking it twice and trying to cross things off. But here's what I'm feeling right now. It's that I didn't realize, and maybe you feel this too, that becoming a mom meant that we signed up to be the holiday coordinator. Somehow, we are the ones as moms, especially working moms, that are holding it all together. And I think we do this all the time, but especially during the holiday season, we're the ones that create the magic and the traditions and the memories and just all of it. I even think back to my mom and like how much she did. And now I'm realizing how much it takes to do that every single year and to create that and to really foster it. Griffin is now 5, and I've realized through the past 5 years, but really the past 2 years, because he wasn't really into Christmas the first 3 years, but the past, let's just say 5 years, there has definitely been a pattern. And it's that starting December 1st-ish, sometimes a little bit before, like this year, that's when I log onto my computer and I start Googling Santa sightings near me or tree lightings near me or 100% elf on the shelf ideas. Or I look up the notes app in my phone for last year's ideas and what can I do this year. I'm also checking my notes app to see the gift list of who gets gifts, who gets one from Griffin, and of those, who deserves like a homemade one versus just I'll buy something quick at the store. Also booking Polar Express rides. That's, I guess, a tradition that we do is the Polar Express train ride and planning cookie baking. And this year, Griffin is spending Christmas with his dad. And he leaves, we just booked the flights. I think he leaves on the 25th or 21st, which is so close to Christmas. Yet it seems like, I only have like 2 weeks with him. So I'm trying to squeeze all the cookie baking and all the things in just these 2 weeks. And then, wrapping gifts and realizing I forgot one person and scheduling a Target pickup order. And then feeling guilty that I'm only bringing cranberry sauce to my mom's for Christmas dinner because I'm 37 and I live right next door. I feel like I should be bringing more, contributing more. And if you are leading a team on top of all these like motherhood things, I feel like a lot of that is just showing up as a mom. Maybe you are also managing everyone's PTO requests while feeling both proud of yourself for scheduling a longer Christmas break and taking that time off, but also guilty because you spend any free time you have sneaking in email responses because you don't know how to shut off. I'm just picturing some of you that you're on your Christmas break and you're like, yay, proud of me, I took it off, yet you're going to the bathroom and you're opening up your emails real quick to see if anyone got back to you, and you're quickly, just responding while you can instead of truly unplugging. Not sure if that resonates, but I think some of you might be like, oh shit, Sam just called me out. And it's because we put this on ourselves and we have this default holiday coordinator mode. It's like another mode, like mom mode, work mode, holiday coordinator mode. Last year, for example, was my first year doing Elf on the Shelf. And one day I had our elf, her name is Chippy. She brought a gingerbread house, and that confirmed that I hate gingerbread houses. It was just, you know what? I can't even say it. I was going to say it was a fun experience, but it was just falling apart and messy. And the frosting didn't make anything stick. Like the house was falling apart, which a lot of you already told me hot glue it. So that's an option for this year. But even like the candy on it, it was just dripping and droopy, and it was not pretty to look at. Maybe it was my perfectionism comparing it to other Instagram, like Pinterest worthy pictures. And Griffin got bored halfway through it. So then I was the one literally holding it together, just standing there holding it while it somewhat dried. It was just not fun for me. Yet I thought, oh, we have to do a gingerbread house. I have to do Elf on the Shelf, especially because they had Elf on the Shelf at his daycare. It was one of those shoulds, like, I have to do this. And this year, Griffin keeps mentioning the gingerbread house. And I'm debating doing that hot glue trick, but then also Googling what is the stickiest kind of frosting? Because I'm convinced that the one that they give you in the kits is not it. Like maybe it's a Betty Crocker one or something. But I'm also considering just letting it go. Or maybe my parents will want to do one with him, but not on my watch, not with my elf. And just Elf on the Shelf in general. I brought out our elf, Chippy, on Sunday morning. So it was November 30th. And Griffin's face truly lit up. I've never seen him like more excited. He was literally bouncing up and down. And then the next morning, he woke up at 6 a.m. and he stayed awake in his bed. He called me in and he just laid there. I actually fell asleep until 7:30 when his light turned green because he saw that Chippy wasn't in the room anymore. That was my bad. I first hid Chippy in his room, but he saw that she wasn't there anymore. So she must have moved and he was so excited to go find her. And I'm just feeling the pressure that I need to come up with a poem every day because normally I just kind of move her around. Some days I sprinkle in a gift or something, but this year, for some reason, moving her doesn't feel like enough. I feel like I need to come up with a poem. So literally last night I'm talking with ChatGPT, having it come up with poems for me. Yet the first one didn't seem good enough. So I'm like, well, sprinkle in this, sprinkle in that. I'm like, oh my gosh, it doesn't stop. And the subconscious belief running underneath all of this is what I believe is if I don't do it, who will? And if I don't make it perfect, I've failed my son. I've failed my family. Like, especially as a single mom, there is no other person that will create this magic, that will be doing this, or it will be his school. And then I feel like a bad mom. Like I'm just the one that's not delivering. Or maybe you're comparing yourself to other moms or to other working moms that are doing it all. But as soon as I realized this belief and I just slowed down and paused and was like, whoa, Sam, take a breath. I realized that that is a core belief that I've actually been hearing from probably 90% of my clients lately. And it's been in different capacities, but it all boils down to the idea that we have to do it all because no one else will. And with my clients, I coach them through this and I give them, strategic journal prompts for their personal situation. But this weekend, that thought and this realization reiterated in my mind that I'm doing all these things to create magic and to soak it all in and to see my son be this happy and to be present with my son. But what if the pressure to coordinate all of the things is actually keeping you from being present? The thing that you want most, especially during this time of year. Like last night when I was chatting with ChatGPT, I was doing that on the couch next to my son instead of being present with my son. And there's so many other examples of that. Most of us, especially this time of year, but also all the time, are just running on autopilot, doing what we've always done, what we think we should do, or what everyone else is doing. Again, with Elf on the Shelf, everyone is doing it, depending on how old your kid is. And we just don't stop to ask, why am I doing this? Do I enjoy doing this? Irrelevant of if your kid is enjoying it. And what am I protecting by staying in this role. It can get pretty deep and juicy. And I'm just going to pause there and say that I want you to know you can love Christmas with your kids and the traditions, and also feel like the traditions and the expectations of it all can be exhausting. Those two things can be true. And we'll dive more into strategic journal prompts to work through this particular situation on Thursday's episode in just a couple days. So follow the podcast if you don't already. And I also have breakthrough intensive spots open for December for 3 people that are realizing that you can't go another holiday season running on autopilot. Like, it is just too exhausting. And that's where we will excavate what is keeping you exhausted and actually rewire those beliefs and patterns together in just a 90-minute session. It's not my full private coaching container, just 90 minutes, and then a follow-up call 2 weeks later. So link in the show notes for details on that. And I will also include a link in the show notes for my weekly newsletter, because next Tuesday, when my newsletter goes out, we are untangling the I should be grateful belief. That's another core belief that I hear from my clients. And you'll receive permission to enjoy what actually lights you up and release what doesn't, even if all the other moms are doing it. It's going to be amazing. This month through my newsletter and podcast is going to feel so freeing and heartwarming. So come back. I hope you tune in, and I will see you on Thursday. Thanks for joining me for today's journal entry. If something resonated with you, I'd love to know about it. Screenshot this episode, share it on social media, and tag me at samantha.s.says. Or even leave a review, which will help more women find this podcast to create more fulfillment in their career and as a mom. And hey, if you're thinking, I wish I could get more of this, I've got you covered. Click on the link in the show notes, which I customize each week based on what we're talking about. And I always include the link to the Calm Mind Blueprint, which are my 5 journal prompts to go from overwhelm to inner peace in 2 to 10 minutes a day. Subscribe so that you catch my Thursday 5-minute journal with me episodes and next week's full episode where we will continue this journey together. I'll see you then.